Well, everyone, one question that I've been kind of seeing, which specifically goes in tail with one of my favorite iPhones that are currently supported on iOS 18, is the iPhone XR, and when is this particular iPhone going to end? Now, as you may know, I have no insider information. I have no idea when this iPhone is actually going to end, but I have a couple of thoughts. Now, the first big thing to keep in mind is that there is a very, very high likelihood that this particular iPhone is probably not going to see another big major update after iOS 18. I am pretty sure, as most of you probably know, iOS 18 is probably going to be the last update this particular phone is going to end up seeing. So it's going to get iOS 18, 18.0.1, 18.5, all the way up until next year when iOS 19 gets announced. I am pretty much 99% positive that this particular iPhone is not going to end up seeing iOS 19. Now, the reason for this, there's a couple of different things. One, this iPhone, it's not, the latest and greatest iPhone anymore, and there's definitely going to be a lot of other devices that are going to be first in tail and first in line for iOS 18 or iOS 19 than the iPhone XR. The other big thing to keep in mind is that with iOS 19, I'm pretty sure Apple's going to go through and they're really going to focus in on AI. They're going to do a lot more AI stuff in general, and I have a hard time understanding where Apple would go ahead and focus in and try to support all the features on iOS 19 on the iPhone XR when they can go ahead and basically move that over to a different type of device and make the bare minimum maybe like a 4GB of RAM option or something like that, rather than continuing to support the iPhone XR. By next year, the iPhone XR is going to be like a 7-year-old device. I don't really see why Apple would want to continue supporting a 7-year-old device at that moment. They've done it before, but I don't feel like they would end up doing it in this particular situation. But that's not a negative thing. Now, that's for major iOS updates. I don't think it's going to get iOS 19. But if you take a look, Apple still goes through and supports a lot of older types of iPhones on older iOS versions. So on iOS 18, I feel like this version of software could still end up getting iOS 18 updates even when iOS 19 is out, and maybe even when iOS 20 is out as well. So there is still a very high likelihood where this type of device is still going to end up getting these types of features and softwares and improvements even when it's done getting full-on next OS updates on the same OS update like we've seen with the iPhone Xs and like we've seen with the iPhone 7 and like we've seen with the iPhone 6s. So there's still a future for the iPhone XR. I'm excited to see what ends up happening, but so far, that's kind of what we know. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.